Imagine for a moment that you are not entirely your own master, that deep within you, countless tiny entities, microscopic organisms are subtly pulling your strings, influencing your thoughts, your emotions, and even your most primal cravings. It sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? A biological conspiracy unfolding right inside your own body. But what if I told you this isn't a theory from a dystopian novel, but a rapidly emerging field of scientific discovery? Welcome to a journey into the hidden world within us, the microbiome, and other microscopic inhabitants that might just be the puppet masters of our minds and desires. From the bacteria in your gut to the potential influence of certain parasites, science is revealing astonishing connections between our internal ecosystem and who we are, what we feel, and what we eat. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating and sometimes unsettling evidence that suggests our microbes aren't just along for the ride. They might be co-pilots or even the ones holding the map entirely. Get ready to have your mind blown, because you might never look at a craving or even your own mood the same way again. At the heart of this microbial influence lies a remarkable communication network known as the gut-brain axis. This isn't just a metaphor, it's a bi-directional superhighway, constantly sending signals between your digestive system and your central nervous system. Think of it as a direct line of communication, complete with neural, hormonal, and immunological pathways. Your gut, often called your second brain, is home to trillions of microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, viruses, collectively known as the gut microbiome. These tiny residents aren't passive tenants, they are incredibly active, producing a vast array of compounds, including neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which are crucial for mood, motivation, and cognitive function. Yes, you heard that right. The very chemicals that shape your mental state can be manufactured by your gut bugs. The vagus nerve plays a critical role here. It's the longest cranial nerve connecting your brainstem to your heart, lungs, and, crucially, your digestive tract. It acts like a telephone wire, allowing your gut bacteria to whisper directly to your brain. Researchers have even shown that cutting this nerve in mice can eliminate some of the behavioral changes induced by gut microbes. So how do these internal conversations translate into tangible effects on our mood and mental health? Extensive research over the past decade has illuminated striking links. For example, certain beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium are associated with lower levels of anxiety and improved stress response. Conversely, an imbalance or dysbiosis in the gut microbiome has been implicated in exacerbating symptoms of various mental health disorders. This isn't just correlation. Animal studies have shown that transplanting microbiota from depressed humans into germ-free mice can induce depressive-like behaviors in the mice. It's a powerful testament to the idea that mental well-being isn't solely a top-down process originating in the brain. It's an intricate dance involving our gut, its microscopic inhabitants, and the constant dialogue they maintain with our central nervous system. This opens up entirely new avenues for therapeutic interventions beyond traditional psychiatry. But the influence of our microbial companions goes even further, stretching into something as fundamental as what we choose to eat. Have you ever had an intense craving for something specific? Chocolate, sugary drinks, or perhaps a greasy burger, and felt an almost irresistible pull? What if those cravings weren't entirely yours? The theory is that different microbial species thrive on different nutrients. Some prefer sugar, others fats, and some complex carbohydrates. When certain populations of bacteria become dominant, they might send signals to our brain via the gut-brain axis to consume more of the foods they prefer, ensuring their own survival and propagation. It's a clever, albeit slightly unsettling, evolutionary strategy. Imagine a dominant colony of sugar-loving bacteria literally whispering in your ear, urging you towards that candy bar. Studies have shown that specific gut microbes can produce molecules that mimic our own satiety hormones, or even interact with taste receptors. This biological nudging can be incredibly powerful, influencing our dietary choices in ways we might not consciously perceive. While gut bacteria offer a more subtle, complex influence, some organisms take the concept of puppet mastery to a whole new level. Enter Toxoplasma gondii, a fascinating and somewhat notorious parasite that infects warm-blooded animals, including an estimated 30 to 50% of the human population worldwide. Toxoplasma is famous for its mind-altering abilities in rodents. An infected rat or mouse loses its innate fear of cat urine and actually becomes attracted to it, making it easier for the parasite to complete its life cycle by being eaten by a cat. It's a clear example of a parasite manipulating its host's behavior for its own survival. In humans, the effects are far more subtle and debated, but intriguing nonetheless. Some studies have linked Toxoplasma infection to changes in personality, such as increased risk-taking, impulsivity, and even subtle links to psychiatric conditions like schizophrenia. While correlation doesn't equal causation, the mechanisms are being actively investigated, involving altered neurotransmitter levels in the brain. It's important to stress that these human effects are not as dramatic as in rodents, and many people live healthy lives with Toxoplasma. However, the existence of such a sophisticated behavioral manipulation in animals raises profound questions about the potential for other, less understood parasites, or even certain bacteria to exert subtle, long-term influences on our complex human minds. The story doesn't end with gut bacteria and Toxoplasma. Researchers are exploring how other microbes, from skin bacteria to respiratory pathogens, might influence our perception, social interactions, and even attractiveness. The field of microbial neuroscience is truly just beginning to scratch the surface of these intricate relationships. So, if these tiny puppet masters are influencing us, can we take back the reins? Absolutely. Understanding this connection is the first step. The good news is that our microbiome is highly adaptable and responsive to our lifestyle choices. Diet is paramount. A diverse, plant-rich diet, abundant in fiber, prebiotics, and fermented foods, nurtures a healthy, balanced microbiome. Think fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, yogurt, kimchi. These foods help cultivate beneficial bacteria that promote well-being rather than those that thrive on processed sugars and unhealthy fats. Beyond diet, factors like stress reduction, adequate sleep, regular exercise, and even limiting antibiotic use can profoundly impact your microbial ecosystem. By making conscious choices, you can actively shape the internal environment that in turn influences your mind and desires. It's about feeding the good guys. The idea that invisible entities within us might be pulling some of our behavioral strings is both humbling and empowering. It reminds us that we are not isolated individuals, but complex ecosystems, intimately connected to the microbial world both inside and outside our bodies. The science is still evolving, but one thing is clear. Our microbes are not just passengers. They are active participants in shaping our health, our mood, and our very essence. So, the next time you feel an inexplicable craving or a sudden shift in mood, take a moment to consider the trillions of tiny lives orchestrating a symphony within you. What do you think about the idea of microbial puppet masters? Have you ever noticed your diet impacting your mood or cravings? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this journey into the hidden world within fascinating, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more mind-bending science, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and remember, understanding the world within is key to understanding ourselves. Stay curious.